求め続けたあの日の夜
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Anime Degens Bullshit Hour, episode 88. We got a fun topic this week. Not going to spoil it because it's a brand new topic, but we'll get into it in a little bit. How you guys doing today?
We're doing good, doing good. It's thankfully we don't have the threat of like hurricanes and stuff up here, but I know Florida is fixing to go through it, or they already have, or something. So hopefully everyone's safe down there, as safe as you can be if you didn't get out. Other than that, I might be going to the Colts Titans football game this weekend, so that's pretty fun. It should be a fun time.
Nice.
Get to
Heck
see
yeah.
the Colts maybe win against, a shitty Titans team, hopefully.
Will Levis is finally going to decide to ball out.
Well,
yeah.
I think he's hurt. I think he's like questionable. So,
Oh, so there's more of a chance they win then.
yeah, we get to see elite Joe Flacco, bro.
Fuck, you're screwed.
You didn't see what Joe Flacco did last week against the Jaguars, bro?
No.
He looked like elite, you know?
Dude, a tale as old as time. Is Joe Flacco elite?
Well, he was looking pretty good, not gonna lie. So he almost won us the game. So
Yeah, on the football side of things, we got Drake May starting this week. So that poor man is gonna end up in a body bag, but I'm excited. Not for that, but to watch him play.
I looked at some stats and it looked like the Patriots offensive line was like the worst in the league.
Oh, by far. They're bad.
But at least he can run, you know what I mean? Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because if he can't, he's gonna be on the ground all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching in Germany, so we'll see if they have it on.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
How you doing, Nam?
I'm doing pretty good. Got myself some adult things so I can do some more adulting around the house.
You should
Be
probably
responsible.
clarify that because that doesn't
Nope.
sound good.
Nope. I want to leave it exactly how I phrased it for a reason.
There is a motor in this device. No spoilers what it makes vibrate or turn, but it's a fun thing for sure for adults.
Yes. Yes. And then
Maybe multiple motors.
yeah. Rechargeable.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You got to think about sustainability these days, right?
Yeah, who wants to use batteries these days, right?
Yeah, and then you got to throw them out afterwards, right? It's not cool.
I just threw out some batteries today in my TV remote.
You son of a bitch.
I ain't going to recycle those things. I don't let my wife hear that, but that is a lot of effort to recycle a couple AAA batteries.
No,
No, you're right.
Calling the
It really is.
freaking whoever was supposed to be calling on you.
But no, in my
for it.
sports world as well, though, my local sports ball team has won the third game of their playoff game series. So
I
one
love
more
how you
win.
just don't say who it is ever.
You don't want to be embarrassed when they get shit on by somebody else.
What you mean, dude? We're literally the like hottest team in baseball right now, the Detroit Tigers. Literally all eyes are on us. 0.2% chance to make the playoffs in August. Now we obliterated Houston. We are one game away from taking down Cleveland. Then whoever is next, it doesn't matter. They're going down, and whoever is in the National League is going down too. We're taking the World Series this year.
Well,
And then the Lions are going to follow it up with the Super Bowl.
when Detroit loses, y'all can blame Nam for jinxing y'all.
Yeah, go find some wood to knock on Chuck while we get into the news.
I've been gassing them up all fucking season. Just you wait.
Oh. Well, hell yeah. Go Tigers, I guess. The Sox ain't in it. But you guys want to get us some news?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
So the first bit of news we got is Oshinoko. The season 2 just ended, and we got a pretty fast announcement for season 3, which is really good. I really love to
Shocker.
see that. Yeah, one of the greatest, one of the best anime of the last few years. So, but it also in other shocking news, on the same thing. Oshinoko Manga just recently come up and said that they was ending. It was ending soon on November 14th. I think there's like 3 or 4 more chapters left. I'm not sure if anybody was ready for that. I don't know. I don't read the manga, but I know that was a pretty surprising move. I thought so.
Yeah,
Sounds like a lot of things are ending. So
One Piece outlives another manga.
It's never gonna end. I swear to God, we're never gonna figure out what it was.
And another one bites the dust.
It's just gonna be another 15 years of traveling.
Oh
Did
god, I
y'all
hope not.
speaking of One Piece, did y'all see that they was we was gonna get like a little fan movie or like some kind of movie or something
It's a
episode?
special. Yeah.
Yeah. With like a fan writing or something that Oda did. I don't know. I don't even know who it's about. Usopp maybe? I don't know.
No, so I looked into it a little bit. It's basically like people from the One Piece universe who look up to the Straw Hats. We don't know yet.
Okay. Okay. So it's that kind of fan. That's what it
Yeah.
meant. Okay.
So it
I'm
should be pretty
interested in it.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you know what? It's better than what's going on with the Marines.
Yeah. Or freaking whatever the hell his name is, Bardo's secret room shit.
You know when it gets to Luffy, it's gonna be Barto. His ultimate fan, dude. In some less exciting news, Doc Harris, the OG DBZ and Dragon Ball narrator, has passed away. So he was the voice of so many of our childhoods. I mean, like, find out next time on Dragon Ball Z is still said to this day. I mean, Nam said it on freaking the rundown this week. He said, "Find out next time on One Piece." Like,
Mm-hmm.
classic line, and it's a shame to see him go. So, R.I.P. to the narration goat right there.
Yep. Gone too soon. Definitely, especially since I don't know if he was like gonna be in like Daima or whatever, but either way, it's tragic to have legends keep on passing away. I know there's been quite a few deaths lately, so it sucks.
It really does. And it's truly unfortunate. The lucky thing is though for us, we still actually get to keep their art as it was. Luckily through either DVDs or streaming services. So that's always the one thing that I am grateful for. Still is that even though they are gone, we still get to experience all that magic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And another bit of news. Let's change it up a bit. Elusive Samurai season 2 is confirmed. I'm actually really glad to see that because it was fantastically animated. The characterizations were just so over the top, and it was just excellently done.
Yeah, I'm actually watching this right now, so that's good to see season 2 coming out eventually.
How you liking it? You enjoying the crazy art styles sometimes, the faces and shit?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember his name, but Mr. Priest dude is
Yeah.
one of the highlights of that show so far.
That's Gojo's voice actor, right?
I'm not surprised at all.
Plays the
I'm
exact
actually
same eccentric character and everything.
I'm actually watching it dubbed, so I haven't checked out
Oh,
any of that
okay.
sub
Yeah.
yet. I needed something to watch on the plane, and that was like the top of Crunchyroll. So I hit download, and I didn't realize it was downloading dubbed until I was sitting in a plane looking at my phone, going, "Well, too late to fix this one."
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know it had it dubbed. I
Yeah,
thought
the
it was
dub's good.
only subbed. So,
The dub's
but
good.
that's good to know.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
really enjoyed the sub. So,
yeah. I
Yeah, I
think
watched it sub myself too.
they're fucking with creepy eye guy right now.
Ginba, I think his name is, or something
I
like
don't
that.
remember, but they just
Yeah.
recruited and
Oh
stole
no,
that.
no. I know who you're talking about. My bad.
Yeah, the bow and arrow guy. They just recruited the thief.
Yeah.
So good to see him going for the long haul, not the short money gain.
Yeah. I guess with that being said, the next bit of news we got is My Happy Marriage is getting a season 2. I'm not sure if we knew about this, but now we do. So it's going to be scheduled for January 2025. So the already stacked winter season this year is going to be even more stacked for me, specifically. So I was a big fan of this. So um, I'm glad to see it.
Nice. And speaking of a show that I'm not into, but a lot of people are very excited for, gushing over Magical Girl season 2 is confirmed. So Kriegs, you got that one for you.
He's gonna love it, bro. He's gonna love it so much. High dive is eating, so
Oh, too much. Too
it
much.
was
And
definitely too much for me, so I didn't even watch any of it. But I knew what it was. So
well, awesome. You guys ready to get into our new segment?
yeah.
Let's do it.
So we're starting a new segment today. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And we're going to be taking a look at tropes in different genres. Some of these genres are our favorites, some of them are not. And same thing with these tropes and themes. We've got a nice little mix here. And, this isn't one of my favorite anime genres. Sorry, Tyler. But today we're taking a look at isekais.
I just want to clear it up real quick. It is not my favorite genre anymore. You know, I when I first got into anime, this was one of my favorite genres, but it is not anymore.
Did you just get tired of saying the title names when you had to talk about them?
No, not really. It's just like they wasn't good, you know what I mean? Like you would watch like 10 isekais and only one of them would have like promise. And like most of the time that one wouldn't even like be above an 8, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
you're just wasting time at that point. Like it's just bullshit.
A good
So
isekai is like 6 or above.
you know, I would say you're wrong, but you're probably right on your side. But if a show is hitting around 6, I'm probably dropping it. So, especially if it's an isekai, I don't even make it that far, honestly. If I think it's around a 6, so
Damn. Well, Nam, you want to get us started with the good?
um, yeah, this one was really a tough one.
It's tough to
It
find anything good.
it was really really tough to find something good. Oh my god, was it so hard? Um, so it's gonna be very grim, but the main character always meets their demise by Truck-kun.
Truck
Always. No matter
Truck-kun
what.
is definitely a star player, bro.
And
It's
Truck-kun doesn't even always have to be a truck either. That's the crazy part, right? Truck-kun
Yeah.
can be like Tractor-kun, and you just get shocked to death. You know?
Truckman is in
Or
all of us.
exactly.
It
No.
was really funny. So I looked up a list. I was actually on ChatGPT. I said, "Can you give me a list of animes where the main character died because of Truck-kun?" And the first one, it gave me like 3 words Truck-kun, and then the next one it gave me was reincarnated as a slime, and it was while he was stabbed to death, Truck Dude was staring at him in the background, and I was like, "What are you doing, ChatGPT?"
uh
It's true though. Truck-kun was in the background as he was getting stabbed to death.
He missed his chance,
Truck-kun,
man. He was ready to go. He was on deck.
bro. Truck-kun was the freaking it was part of the plan, you know. Truck-kun was the leader.
He was
He made that dude stab him. Just like in the vending machine thing, Truck-kun, you know, like threw the vending machine out of the truck and made it land on oh boy.
That was
You know?
that was
See?
a proper assist right there, like Truck-kun's on his
See?
way to a double-double right now.
It's
Truck-kun is like literally the star of the show. So
it's how it happens every single time.
I
I
mean you
just
got
love the memes that have generated because of Truck-kun. I mean, I'm pretty sure I sent these guys a GIF of a truck with like ooh fingers yesterday.
yeah. It was so good. No, this shit, like it's actually one of the better. Like, sure, like it gets repetitive, just like everything else. But if a show does it right, like usually the first episode can be funny if they use Truck Coon right. Because like it's great. Like Konosuba, you know, that was funny as shit. You find out that he died by Tractor Coon, but not by Tractor Coon.
He just got scared of Tractor Coon thinking he was Truck Coon.
Yeah. It's just so hilarious. When
I love it.
isekais actually do it. So
Is it not no longer allowed in another world where like the goddess is full on like the truck is the transportation method. And she was like, everybody gets hit by a truck and then they come talk to me.
yeah, they heavily rely on Truck Coon. I think I was talking to Nam about the main characters of No Longer Allowed in Another World. They actually wanted Truck Coon to come run them over. That way they could like commit double suicide or whatever, to be reborn together again or something like that. That's why they tied the string on them or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
But
haven't
they
finished
were
that one
literally
yet.
wanting Truck Coon to show up and kill them.
See, and here's my counter argument though. That does not make Truck Coon a good person.
I
Because he
mean,
still murdered people.
hey,
But they wanted it.
if I was gonna go,
It's
in the
still
off chance that I could go live in another world, I might do it by truck,
I mean,
like
believe me,
fingers
I'm
crossed,
with
right?
you on that one, but it still doesn't make him, absolve him of his crimes. He still murdered 2 people.
If
They were
you
asking for it.
yeah, they was
It
literally
doesn't
asking for it. They wanted to. They wanted it to
That's not how
happen.
this works.
Hey man, it
If
was foggy. You couldn't see the road, or Truck Coon couldn't see the road. Definitely not the man driving the truck.
the freaking the dude in No Longer Allowed, he wants Truck Coon to come back to that world now too.
I'm sure he does. The man is gloomy as hell, man. He's just sitting there eating poison all day.
Nah, like it is fun. Truck Coon's always fun to see. We don't get to see him very often though. It's just like usually the first couple of minutes of an isekai, and then that's it. After that, he no longer shows up. He's no
I
longer
mean,
part of it. It
So
would be great if Truck Coon. What if they made an isekai where Truck Coon was actually went to the world too?
reborn as a truck.
Yeah. Remember that Isekai episode we did? Like that was one of my options, right? Truck Coon.
look.
Imagine if we had a main character as a truck,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure I did an Apache attack helicopter because that'd
You
be fucking
did.
sick.
All
Yeah.
right, so I'm just gonna put it this way, right? Think about how many isekais are born every season. You think Truck Coon's got enough time to actually dedicate himself to one show?
He's
Yeah.
gotta he's gotta go kill off about
No, dude.
20 crappy MCs every summer.
He's got so many people to kill.
All I'm saying, instead of reincarnate as a vending machine, now I must wander the dungeons. Just throw in truck. Like,
Reincarnated as Truck Coon, I now sit in traffic.
yeah,
Boom.
or
That's an isekai right there. I mean, I'd have to add about 15 more words to the title, but we got an isekai.
yeah, we got to start. We got a good start, and it would actually be a good isekai probably.
Every,
So
every season finale is just him finally sending somebody onto an isekai world.
He finally gets off his exit and just hits somebody.
or he looks at instead of like Uber or DoorDash and shit, he's got his own little thing where it's like reincarnation time or whatever. It's like, oh, we gotta go meet Mr. Smith on Tim Street and send him to the afterworld.
Oh my god.
So dumb.
All right,
No.
before we spend an entire episode talking about Truck Coon, should we move on to Tyler's the good?
Yeah.
Yes.
My good is, like Nom said, it is kind of hard to find good things about isekais because they're usually so bad. But, on the off chance, sometimes we actually get some good things happening, like really cool fights. And some of these guys actually do have really cool fights. Like you take like Mushoku Tensei, it has like good fights throughout the whole thing. Some of them better than others. I don't know. Like the Hydra fight in the last season, it was one of the better fights I've like seen in the past little bit. Especially from an isekai, it was just really good. Really high stakes in that one. Like it done everything right with it, honestly. But, that's just a Mushoku Tensei is just a whole different story. Then you got Slime. All three of us have seen Slime. They got some really cool fights in that too. When you actually get like all these like super powered people or whatever, like usually they're fighting other super powered people, and you come out with really good fights usually. So I mean, I think this is about the only good thing I could have found. um, Honestly, like there was one other good thing that I had that I was thinking about, and that was like nation building. Like I really like nation building, like in slime, the way slime does and stuff. But we don't see that very often. So, like I didn't feel like putting that because we literally just don't see it very often. So
Yeah, and sometimes the nation building gets over the top, like this episode or this season of Slime. It was like
the
7
meetings,
episodes of me being at work, and then it was an awesome fight, and then it was another 7 episodes of me being at work, and then another awesome fight. And I was like, "Guys, do something. Fucking, we know you're building roads, we know you're building a coliseum. Go for a fucking walk. You don't have to sit at this desk at this table for an entire 20 minutes every week."
bro. It was so bad. Like I feel like some of the meetings could have been like summed up in probably like flashbacks, honestly. Like flashbacks in between. Now I do think the end of the season, whatever the hell it was, season 3 I think it was. I think that they kind of got back into the world the nation building aspect a little bit more,
With a
which I
meeting.
really liked. Uh
With a meeting.
yeah, well, with meetings, kinda. It wasn't as prominent as the beginning of the season, though.
It was
Like,
meetings and trains.
yeah,
I fuck
like
with trains,
it,
though.
it was still pretty good though. But I mean, like I don't know, you don't really get good fights like a lot of the times. Sometimes you get like shitty fights, like the turtle. Like that was so bad. Like some of these fights in Isekai is just so bad. But sometimes you actually get the good ones. Can y'all think of any off the top of your head?
Um, yeah, I mean, like, I know it gets a bad rap, but the first season of SAO had some good fights in it.
Yeah, yeah,
They were
I agree
fun,
with
you
that.
know?
Even though Kirito was kind of like doing some ass pull shit, but
Hey,
yeah.
man. Hey, you get the video game code on your side. You're just, he went from a beater to a cheater, and he won. It's fine.
But I mean, yeah, the fights was pretty cool. Overlord,
Overlord
had
has some sick
some,
fights.
yeah, freaking when whatever the Ons or whatever the hell his name was fighting a vampire chick, that was pretty cool. That was pretty sick. Like there's some good fights. Most like I said, most time we don't get good fights. We get like very one sided fights. So when we actually do get good fights, it's actually fun to watch. So
Yeah. Yeah, when
um
we have the overpowered hero fighting the underpowered villain in every single isekai we get, it's like, all right, we get it, guys. He's level 99 for some reason. It's fine.
he's gonna get shit on easily. So um but yeah, I mean that's my good. Like I said, I couldn't hardly find one, but I was like, there's some good fights, nation building, good fights. That's about all I got though. So
Nice. Yeah, I was kind of torn between two here, but I wanted an excuse to talk about a very specific character, so I went with what I went with. But I was really close to putting video game mechanics here. Um,
okay,
it makes it in a way that makes sense to a lot of people because we've all played RPGs. And like with Slime, he gets all like everybody gets their abilities, you get the divine powers, you get this, you get that, like you have levels, like it makes it very easy to understand without just having somebody who's super OP, but you don't know how OP they are.
yeah,
But I decided to pick gods and divine beings because your boy wanted to talk about Aqua.
What this whole episode is basically, is not only talking about how trash Isekai is, it's
It's talking
trying to
about
get
how
everyone
good
to
to
watch
watch
Konosuba,
Konosuba.
an actually good Isekai.
A hilarious show.
Yes.
But yeah, I like how they always have, I mean, after Truck-kun does his thing, they always go meet a god or divine being. And I think it's so funny how in so many shows they're like, oh my god, it's the hero of the realm or the hero who's gonna save the world. And they're like, bro, I was getting sushi at a convenience store. Where the fuck am I?
Where did I go?
Who are you? And then that god's like, I'm gonna just bestow some amazing power on you, and then they get some crap power. It's always fantastic.
Yeah, the thing is like not only did what the hell is Kazuma? Is his name Kazuma?
Cosmo, yeah.
Yeah, Kazuma. Not only did he get Aqua, a god or whatever, he got darkness, he got freaking Megamine.
I
Like
mean, I'm not gonna say about Megumin because she's a little young for me, but Darkness may not be a god, but she is divine as fuck.
she's something, bro. She's definitely something.
But like
I enjoy it. Is all I know.
100%, dude. But one thing I don't get either is how a lot of the times these gods end up falling in love with this like person who comes over who's just like a normal Joe Schmo, especially in not allowed in an or no longer allowed in another world. Like, how did this babe of a goddess fall in love with such a gloomy schmuck?
Man, it's because they're the MC. It's because they're the Isekai character. That's why. You
Dude,
know.
the plot armor.
Yeah.
Duh.
We'll get
They're
into that.
OP, bro.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
I don't what is his freaking powers? Is his powers anything?
Yeah, so he can basically rewrite it where you're no longer allowed in said other world and send you back to where you were before you died.
So he's reverse Truck-kun.
Yeah, he is the anti-Truck-kun.
Now imagine, I know this didn't happen, obviously, right? But imagine like for the main boss, like he got sent to this world and his whole objective was to fight Truck-kun in the end, right?
Instead of like the overpowered heroes who saved the world and took over and want to like destroy the place. Yeah, it's just Truck-kun sitting on a throne.
Yeah, and
Just
like
in a
it's his
garage.
job to like get rid of Truck-kun that to prevent more isekais being made.
Oh my god.
That's the secret objective to all isekais. They've secretly been trying to build up to just that storyline.
Exactly.
None of them have gotten successful so far.
It's a time traveling Truck-kun that hits other Truck-kuns.
Hey, somebody's got to stop the freaking Truck-kun,
The
bro, at one
multiverse.
point in time. So
I was reincarnated as Truck-kun. Now I wander the multiverse, defeating Truck-kuns.
I would watch it, honestly. I literally watch Vending Machine, so I'll watch that. It don't
That,
matter to me.
that could be the worst piece of AI garbage to ever be created, and it would be a hit.
Yeah, as long as it had humor in it and a harem, Wonder what the harems would the harems be like women or would they be like
Toy the
cars?
Camrys. Imagine if he got reincarnated into Cars, like the movie, the Pixar movie.
Lightning McQueen and shit.
Oh man, he just becomes Mater.
Reincarnated as Mater. Now I spend my time towing trucks.
Now I talk like Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I just really like Aqua, and I wanted an excuse to talk about my favorite drunk goddess who never does anything right except for her fantastic little water tricks.
Yeah, the parlor tricks. Have you seen Konosuba now?
Not yet.
Oh, you gotta watch
have
it.
to change that, Dan. We're gonna have to like do a review on Konosuba. That way, Nam has to watch it.
Look, I'll get to it. All right, I'm not doing another Bleach binge again. Okay, I've already been scarred
Please.
once.
Konosuba's like 36 episodes or something, dude. You're
And it's
fine.
peak. Like, you're gonna be laughing your ass off. I don't know how to dub this though.
The dub was great.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
dub was great. I didn't watch. I caught up. I think at the end of season 2, so I watched season 3 subbed, but the dub was fantastic.
It is so funny, Nam. And like anybody listening that hasn't watched Konosuba, it is so funny. If you're looking for like a decent isekai, watch Konosuba. It's basically what we're here for. We're telling you to watch Konosuba.
That's the one takeaway that you need to leave with this podcast. Watch Konosuba. That's all.
Exactly. We're a pro Konosuba podcast, so
Big time.
Are we getting on to the bad now?
Let's do it. Let's get into the bad.
All right. I mean, there is just so many bads. Just so many. And honestly, some of them we'll hash out in other areas. For me, the bad is that Truck-kun is always the bad guy. Always. He is
So-
constantly murdering people left and right. I get it. That's your job. Your
So-
job is a hitman.
I'm trying to figure out if Nam has ever actually watched an isekai or if he just knows who Truck-kun is.
Both.
Yes.
He said it's Shangri-La Frontier and Isekai.
Kinda.
Nope.
Kinda. Not really.
But yeah,
He's
I
not
mean,
trapped yet. Give it a couple more seasons.
Yeah, we're waiting for what's it? Ayaba or whatever his name is from Sword Art Online just to show me like, oh hey, guess what? You're fucked.
yeah, I mean, I get what Nam's saying though. Like Truck-kun is a blessing and a curse, basically.
He's a
And I
moral
agree.
gray area. Moral
Yeah.
gray area.
Like, not only is it fun to watch Truck-kun do his thing, but it also, like I said, it gets repetitive, and he is the bad guy, kinda. Except for and no longer allowed in another world, and then he's the good guy.
Still
Here's
a
the
bad
hero.
guy. Still killing people.
They were gonna off themselves anyways, dude. Might as well get a chance to go hang out in another world. He
Murder.
literally eats poison, man. At least he went out with a bang.
There has to be an anime out there, right? That literally has Truck-kun in a good light for like maybe saving someone from being hit. You know what I mean?
Or, somebody's getting mugged and Truck-kun hits the mugger. I mean, Truck-kun never kills like good people. Like most people in isekais, like back in the original world, they're like losers, or they're like
You saying losers should die?
Yeah. They're lonely, depressed salaryman. They go get to live a cool life.
So you're saying losers should die, and you're saying Truck-kun is doing them a favor.
I mean, he's doing them a favor, but that's beside the point.
Dude, if I was a 38-year-old virgin salaryman,
And I
Rimuru,
could
and I had the opportunity to go build a nation and be a fucking demon lord, yeah, sign me up, dude.
But remember who did get killed by a truck?
I'm
The truck was
using
a
it.
mastermind, remember?
The truck hit the guy behind him with a knife into his chest, just pushed him in.
Yeah, it made him fall, and the dude just happened to have a knife ready to stab.
I remember when I first started watching Slime, I was like, yeah, it was a pretty gruesome way to go in an isekai. And Tyler's like, I don't remember how he died.
It doesn't even matter, like honestly, like if they don't die by Truck-kun, then I don't even remember how they die.
But you'll always remember a vending machine.
Yeah, a vending machine was perfect, bro. Like I said,
He said
Truck-kun
he-
really threw that shit out of there, bro.
he set it up and straight dunked it down on him.
Kobe.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I see what I'm saying. Truck-kun is a blessing and a curse. So, y'all got anything else for that, or should I move on to my next one?
I'm just
Yours was a lot more interesting, to be fair.
I'm just trying to figure out how Truck-kun is also gonna be the ugly.
Uh, well, the tractor coon. You know, it's kind of like a truck ride, and
That's
tractors are uglier
that's
than
just
trucks.
that's just Truck-kun's redneck cousin, dude.
Yeah,
What
why
about
you
box
trashing on
trucks?
him?
Box trucks are, ugly
He's still
too,
Truck Coon.
but he's just ugly.
Whoa. Yeah,
Wow,
I'm
discriminating against Truck Coon now.
yeah, what's wrong with a nice green and yellow John Deere tractor, buddy?
Look at what we've devolved into. Insulting Truck Coon like this.
Watch
It's like we're
Konosuba,
asking to be
y'all.
sent on an Isekai world. Please send us
So
on an Isekai world.
my Instagram feed has been a bunch of like um Initial D stuff because I've been watching Initial D, like cool clothes and stuff, and now I'm just waiting to see like a retro Japanese Truck-kun shirt show up on my feed.
Imagine if like if we actually got like car coon, you know what I mean? Instead of just truck
Nah,
coon.
Carcoon's weak.
You think
Truck
so?
Truck Coon's the real star. Let's be
Mm.
honest.
I would like them to switch it up every now and then. So
I'm thinking
They-
F-150 coon. It's always a box truck. It's always a box truck.
either
Look, I'm
that or
just
like a
saying,
farm truck.
he signed an exclusivity contract, all right?
I have a new
He's the
isekai.
only one allowed.
I have a new isekai idea. An American gets hit by an F-150 and is reborn into another world with a lot of automatic weapons. Boom.
That's Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but new
That's a
character,
fake isekai
not a
anyways.
rehash.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They got
Yeah, I mean,
teleported. They didn't actually die by a Truck Coon.
I'm talking like Hulk Hogan with like
oh, like Rambo shit, bro.
yeah. Yeah, imagine just Rambo going ham in freaking like
And
I don't know, the ReZero world.
they go to this world and they have to defeat the Demon King.
It's just America. Fuck yeah.
You got freaking
Loads up the rocket launcher and just shoots it fucking right at him.
The Demon King has been defeated.
Damn.
All right,
Well,
Tyler, what you got for the bad?
the bad for me is gonna be the generic same old plot. And if y'all have watched enough isekais, you will know that like every other isekai is literally the same thing, but it's not, I guess.
No,
So
it
you
is.
got, huh?
It is.
It is, but it's not. You know, it's got like different spins on it, but all like in the end, it's literally all the same. Like you got like I'm gonna list off like a couple of like of the popular ones that I've seen, no telling how many times. And that one of them is summoned to another world by the king or the royal family or whatever to fight a demon lord or something to save the kingdom or some shit. Like this is really popular. Like this happens in a lot of them. Freaking happens in Shield Hero. Like there's just so many. The second one is dies and gets reincarnated in another world as a baby while keeping their memories and becomes a prodigy, like basically a god, like Mushoku Tensei. You know, like
Are
there's
there
like several of them.
okay, I was gonna say, are there a lot of those?
Yeah, like there's like
Take Slime, for instance.
no, Slime didn't do that.
He
He
was
basically got reincarnated as a baby, dude. He's a fucking little slime.
with the ability to absorb anything he wants.
Yeah, I mean in that way, but I'm talking about like Mushoku Tensei style, right? Like stuff like that happens. Like it happens all the time. Like it's one of the least popular ones, but whenever it comes around, it is like everybody loves it. That's why people like Mushoku Tensei, is because they love that. So, I Ascendance of the Bookworm kind of did the same thing. Uh, like it's just like I don't know, you see it all the time. Then there's the getting reincarnated with like an OP power or skill or something like that, and they want to just relax and live a slow life. But plot twist, it's never a slow life. They always get dragged into drama, and they always have to fight with their OP powers. That is a very popular one. So, another one is getting summoned on accident and getting shunned by the others because they're weak or they got summoned on accident, but they end up being the strongest and actually saving everyone. So, shield hero again. Like this happens all the time. Like this freaking uh healing magic, the wrong way to use healing magic did it too, which but I really enjoyed that one. But like all these gets used over and over and over again, and like there's so many more that I didn't mention that like I don't know if y'all can think of any, but like there's literally so many that just get reused and reused through the for the like 15 different isekais that we have every season.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
you pretty much nailed it. I feel.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched a lot of them, but based on the titles that I have to read, I think you're correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, the most rare one on my list is like the Mushiko Tensei, being reborn as a baby and keeping your memories. Like it happens quite a bit. But it's not as popular as the other ones, you know what I mean? Um I just I can't think of any off the top of my head, mostly because I tried to quit watching freaking isekai so much because they're not good anymore. So
Also, I do want to kind of point out, I feel as far as wrong way to use healing magic would probably be more under summon to another world by the king
it's
to
both.
save the kingdom.
It's got
Well,
both of them, both
it's not
tropes.
so it's not so much that he's shunned. They're trying to hide him from that fucking chick that does use the healing magic because
Yeah,
she's
Rose.
just yeah, they're trying to hide him from her. It's not that they're trying to shun him. They just don't want her to realize who he was at first.
Yeah, but
And now it's too late.
but like in this one, gets summoned on accident or gets shunned. He was summoned on accident. He wasn't supposed to go there. Like he
True.
he got summoned with the two
With his
main
other two
characters
friends,
or
yeah.
whatever on accident. And he's the one that ends up coming in and saving the world and saving them because his healing magic was just too OP, and plus he got trained by Rose, which, going off of backtracking to what Dan was talking about, the good gods and divine beings, Rose is a divine being. We
Is
got
she a
that one.
baddie?
Yeah, she's like, think step on me, mommy energy. That is her.
Dude,
Look
yeah,
up,
you really need to check out Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
look, look up Rose from Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic real quick, Dan, and you will see what I'm talking about. We're talking about like SDF type shit.
Whoa.
So we're talking about like kneel before me, peasants.
And then watch the show and see how she is, right? And then it just like further amplifies it.
You talking about a good isekai from the past few seasons or whatever? This is one of them. This is actually a good isekai because it's funny. It's got some cool action scenes in it, but Rose makes the show. She is so
Mommy?
fun.
Mommy?
Yes, she is so fun. She's a baddie for sure. Um,
Okay. I'm
but
interested. I'm intrigued.
yeah. Any other plot points you think I missed, y'all, or y'all think this pretty sums up all of isekai, all of the thousands of isekais that are out there?
They're
Yeah, no.
are they still making a lot of I got stuck in a video game ones, or is that done now?
I think they are kinda. Like they got the freaking the villainess Otome, kind of shit going on. Still quite a bit. Uh, like they got like the time loops. The time loops are really popular right now. So
Would you
so yeah.
consider modern SAO like SAO Alternative Gun Gale Online 2 an isekai? They're not trapped in the world.
No, I just think the original SAO was an isekai, and then it turned into a video game show.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, they have a video game show, but not an isekai.
Yeah. Okay. For my bad, How does every MC get a fucking harem?
Good question. Good question.
Like, why does every Kirito in every isekai find a harem? Like, half the time, one, the dude ain't interested. Two, he's lame. Three, all these women are just like obsessed with him and he wants nothing to do with them. It's bullshit. It's annoying. It's just get over it. I'm tired of it.
You know why isekais have harems though? It's
Because the fans
because
are horny schmucks.
well that too, but it's because the freaking plot cannot carry the show, so they add a bunch of pretty girls to carry it for them. That is exactly why.
But like the worst part of it always is like it's so easy to guess who the main star is, like who number one is. It's always identified so early. So there's no tension, there's no drama. It's just a bunch of sad, pretty girls. That's it.
But that's all people want, that's literally what will keep people watching, right? Just
I
like in
want some bachelorette tension
you keep
or the
on
bachelor.
like we keep on talking about no longer allowed in another world. Like that's one of the only reasons why you would watch that show probably is because of the
Oh,
harem involved, right?
I mean, I find Osamu's bleak existence hilarious.
Like he's not interested at all. He's just like, why are y'all here? Why are y'all
Drag
following
my
me?
coffin, which
Drag
doesn't
my
have
coffin.
wheels, which doesn't have wheels.
Like I want some sleep.
But like at least with those characters, I mean, I haven't finished the first season yet, but at least with those characters, like that's what's kind of driving the plot. And it's not like they're driving the plot, it's like their lives are driving the plot.
Yeah.
Like when they
Uh
go to Kitty Girl's hometown, or they go like meet the priestess and they're fighting. I don't know.
But I do feel like though that like most isekai they actually get worse when harems are added, right? Because like
It's a
it feels
distraction.
kind of lazy, right?
Yeah.
Just, like it's just lazy. Like it's just basically saying, hey, like my story isn't good enough to like carry itself or whatever. So let's just add these into the mix, you know?
Yeah. Like I could have finished this in 12 episodes, but I want to make more money. So we're going to add 15 other women.
There's only like a few shows that actually came out like better because they added harems. Usually it comes out worse. And I hate to keep on saying it was Konosuba, right? Like I don't know if I would call that necessarily a harem, but it kind of is if you look at it like that. But Konosuba is like a different type of isekai. It's like making fun of isekais while being
Yeah.
an isekai. So,
Well,
um,
it's like you see it so often. And I mean, I haven't gotten far enough into ReZero to confirm this, but Subaru gets a fucking harem.
Subaru had a harem in season one. I'm pretty sure.
I
He,
haven't. I don't think I've gotten to that point. I mean, he had the little maid girl and
yeah, well,
the
he
chick.
had two maid girls, Amelia.
Oh, one of them wasn't. They weren't both into him though, were they? Or now they are.
I mean, but you can technically count that as a harem, right?
No, when I think of harem and isekais, I think of like we'll use slime as an example. How all these women love Rimuru so much and are obsessed with him, and he's just like, "What's up?"
Yeah, but see, with isekais, it's this isekai specifically. I count harems different. I count harems as having a large group of girls around a male protagonist. That
Oh,
is what I
okay,
count as a harem in an isekai
okay. I'm
because that's
thinking the
what they're
ones where
doing.
they're
That's what they're going for. Even though there's not love interest there, maybe, possibly, they're still that's why they're there. You know what I mean? To fill that harem trope. So,
fuck.
at least in my opinion. So,
I gotcha. Fuck that shit.
um,
Give me some more male characters.
uh, but yeah, it's just bad. Like Mushoku Tensei does the same shit. Like he's got like several different. I don't know if you'd say harem, but well, I mean you kind of can later on. But like he's just like a dirtbag. You know what I mean? Like he, he don't really have like all these girls around him. It's just like he has all these girls at some point in time or whatever. So I don't know.
It's probably because he didn't get any in his past life. He died a
Mm,
virgin, and now he's in. He's like, yeah, let's
Well,
go, baby.
I was gonna say you haven't seen it, I don't guess, but
No,
yeah,
I haven't
he
watched Mushoku. Yeah, yeah.
I would like. Don't get me wrong, like so. Mushoku Tensei's the issue with Mushoku Tensei is that it is an isekai. I feel like a lot of its problems would be solved if it was just a fantasy show and not an isekai.
Well, yeah,
But
because
when
you
you
wouldn't
get
have
a
a 40-year-old man in
yeah,
the body of a 12-year-old trying to like.
yeah, you wouldn't have like a 40-year-old dude freaking stealing like 12-year-old girls' panties and making a shrine out of them and shit like that, you know?
You
Like that's weird, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I feel like if we just seen like this show as like a fantasy perspective instead of an isekai perspective, it would have been a much better show, but then again, it wouldn't have been like a great show still because it still has a lot of issues with it. But it actually has like pretty decent moments in it, like especially fights and stuff. So,
yeah. I
but
think the moral of the story is stop using harems to carry your generic, boring plots.
yeah, well, that and just stop like creating isekais. Just make fantasies. You know what I mean?
But where would we get all the great titles?
Well, the jobless reincarnate, like that's not really a long
Oh, I
title,
got a whole
you
list.
know.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's harems like they're good and they're bad. Like for the bad isekais, they give you something to watch other than like the shitty main character, but and for good ones, they kind of hinder it honestly, but I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Who's next? Is it Nom?
We're
Nom's
on.
ugly time?
We're on to the ugly.
Time for the ugly. Truck-kun. No, I'm kidding. Nothing to do with Truck-kun this time. Um, so unlike the world building that you guys were talking about, every generic world with unique characteristics that only apply to the characters and have no effect on anything else, right? So you take whatever the character has touched or influenced, you remove that character, you put in another character from another anime, that world will just magically work for them. Essentially, there is nothing truly unique to most of these worlds that stand out in any sort of way. They're just run of the mill fantasy, medieval age setting type scenarios. It's
Oh,
tried and true world, don't get me wrong, but it's also very overused.
so you're basically saying that like the worlds most of the time isekai worlds are not special. It's like the shitty characters that come into it and make the world special.
I
Pretty
mean,
much, yeah.
not even really special. It's just basically saying it's
They only
insert.
focus on what they're doing so that
It,
you only see the action points.
yeah, insert Kirito clone here.
Okay. I got you.
Replace this show title with this show title and these characters and keep the same world. Bam.
Yeah, I got you. You know, I agree with that. Most of the isekais they are like medieval settings or whatever, or like the fantasy settings, and there's nothing like really special about them. That's kind of why like I like slime, and like rezero and stuff like that because
Fantasy
they
setting with monsters,
yeah, well
just like the
that,
other
but it's
47 shows.
well they actually like do different stuff. You know what I mean? Just a little slightly different stuff. Um,
I'll give it
it's
to
not.
slime, right? Slime, like they've actually integrated more with the monsters as opposed to the humans. So you get more of
Yeah.
that element and you get to really, really engage in that.
Yeah,
Um
I mean,
there was another
you
one too that I watched not too long ago.
You just get 800 different monsters trying to suck Rimmer's dick.
Well, he gave
Yeah.
him a name, bro. Wouldn't you?
Dude, I just want somebody to say that's not a good idea at least once.
What, giving monsters a name?
No.
Oh.
Every time Rimuru says something, that's such a good idea. Oh my god, you're so smart. It's like, no, tell me he's wrong once. Just once.
Freaking Diablo is the closest one to it, right? But he don't really tell him he's wrong. He's just like, "Oh, shouldn't we be doing this?" And Rimru's just like, "Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
he's
that."
like,
And
I think this is what you meant to say, right? It's the same thing with Overlord. Overlord, they do
yes.
that all the time. Like, I can't remember his actual name before his Eins, but like, he'll be sitting there and he'll start talking, and then they'll finish his sentence. He's like, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, that's not what he was gonna say though.
Not at all. That's not
Uh,
what he meant at all.
what Dan and them's trying to say is watch Konosuba because Aqua and them tell Kazuma that he's wrong all the time.
Hang on, that is not what I'm saying. I haven't even watched it yet. What do you? Don't be putting words in my mouth yet.
But you will be saying it.
Probably. At this point, I might be having no choice but to say it. I'll believe it before I've even watched it.
Yeah, because this is our podcast, and it's a concrete part of the podcast.
Yeah, Konosuba is top tier isekai. Everyone should watch a top tier isekai, and Konosuba is that.
Bleach, Konosuba, Keep Up a
What?
One Piece. What
Oh,
else do I need to watch?
I was gonna say you used to call it Bleach and isekai. I mean, I guess maybe kinda, right?
No.
But
I'm just trying to get the checklist off so that way I understand what our opinions are
Oh.
supposed to be.
It's like Tyler loves Initial D.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
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 I like
He
that
loves
one
Zero
that y'all
Beat.
showed me with the number girls or whatever.
with,
You know?
with the butts.
MF Costa.
Yeah, that one. So I like that one. I
would
watched the
really-
trailer.
He'd really like the Initial D OVAs then.
Oh my god. Yes, he would.
Here's a naked woman in a shower. Whoa, where did that come from? I thought we were talking race cars.
Well, race cars and that is hand in hand, right?
It is indeed.
I mean, shit, go watch Tokyo Drift. That's all you're gonna see.
But yeah. Do y'all have anything else to say about the generic worlds?
Nah.
Or
Well, let's
alrighty.
get on to the generic characters then.
Yeah, let's get on to my ugly, and that is going to be the isekai. Y'all know what it is. It's the isekai, the main characters. They're going to be the black-haired, Kirito-looking idiot bakas, and they're just like stupidly overpowered bakas. I want to make that clear. They're literally just like self-insert characters, right? Like they have no personality. They're very bland. They're like almost lifeless. They're like stupid for the most part. There's only a few of them that isn't. Like I really love when isekais go away from this. Take slime for example again. It's Rimru's nothing like that, right? Like he's literally a slime that instead of him transforming into like a Kirito looking idiot dude, like he transforms into a blue haired uh person, So that's really cool. I like that they did that. Like I don't know. I just hate seeing the same shit. It's always like the dark haired, usually black, and they're just like so like bland. Do y'all like that or nah?
I'm pretty sure I sent you it was like an Instagram reel or a TikTok, and it was how every isekai character or like 85% of anime characters are just Kirito. It was all black haired protagonists, and it was like happy Kirito, sad Kirito, this Kirito, that Kirito.
Long haired Kirito, no hair Kirito. That would be so fun. Do a no haired Kirito, no haired
It's
isekai
just
main character.
it's just One Punch Man.
It's
Saitama.
true. So that's actually a good isekai then.
I punched my way into another world. Now I look for a strong opponent.
Yeah, now I'm just looking for a good fight.
No,
Nah,
no. Honestly, it's hard to keep up with what characters from which show because again, they're all so stupidly overpowered and they're all from the same essential world.
And they're all
I
the
mean,
exact same character archetype too.
I
Like,
mean,
Yep. And they're
you
all in the same character arcs at the same time.
yeah, I mean, you say something like, "Hey, you know that dude from that isekai, the black-haired dude?" And
with
you're
the
just like,
sword
"Yeah,
and the
with the
overpowered
sword."
ability and a
Yeah,
harem.
he tries to fight the Demon King, you
And
know?
I can't remember the name of it because it's so fucking long.
Yeah, and, like, you're just like, "Wait a minute, are you talking about, Sword Art Online? Are you talking about, Rising of the Shield Hero?" You know,
Nah,
like
you must be talking about the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat
yeah.
or aristocrat, but you know.
Yeah. So, like, it's just so, like, do something different, y'all, like, make vending machines. Like, that was a good main character. That was different.
How many vending machine animes do you want, dude? That's a one-off. Like, you can't do that more than once.
Listen, if they can literally make the same isekai basically with the same plot line and the same main character, I can have multiple vending machine animes.
I think
No.
we need to introduce more inanimate objects. Like, I was reborn as an Apache attack helicopter. I now travel Vietnam while listening to Fortunate Son.
Now, 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 meow, meow. uh,
That'd be
yeah,
awesome.
it would
That's
be
like
a
the
fun
most
time.
American isekai you could ever do.
I mean, we almost got that with Nokatan, right? Kinda.
True, her head does spin. She does turn into a helicopter.
Well, that too, but she was being chased by helicopters, remember?
True.
In Rambo.
Yeah, those
So,
hunters were pretty intense.
yeah. So imagine we got something like that. So, yeah. That's my ugly. That's probably the worst thing the isekai's probably done. Like, I can deal with like the harems and the same old plots, but at least like
Give a
I
character red
want
hair for once.
yeah, that like just give us like an interest. Like you can give him like black hair or whatever, right? Make him interesting. Like make him like smile. Make him, talk, stuff like that. I don't know, like do something.
Just Tyler poking the isekai genre with a stick. Fucking do something.
Yeah, like if you're gonna have like some kind of shitty, like bland main character like that, like at least make the story like interesting, like ReZero, right? Like we get to see Subaru like being traumatized over and over again, which is fun, It's fun to see it's like you're watching all these main characters from isekais just get shit on constantly. He was like, "Yes."
All right. For my the ugly, it's the fucking long or repetitive titles. I'm so tired of scrolling Crunchyroll and having paragraphs under a show before even clicking to read the summary. Like, I've got a list. They're fucking awful.
But before you start on your list, you don't need to look at the summary because
'Cause
the title
I
will tell you everything you need to know.
I know the whole plot.
You
And
already know what happens.
this isn't necessarily like an isekai problem. This is a light novel problem, which is where like 85% of isekais come from. But I see with the isekais, and I'm fucking tired of it. Half of these could be like you could
Yeah.
literally just cut it down to 2 words and it would still be fine.
Yeah.
So
It
first,
was Just come up with just type it into freaking Chat GPT
Type in
and say make
summarize.
me an interesting name, and that would be better. So
So first off, we have as a reincarnated aristocrat, I use my appraisal skill to rise in the world.
I already know what's gonna happen. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't need to watch that. It's good. It's fine. It doesn't seem interesting because I know the whole plot.
Yeah.
This one really annoys me because this could be 2 words and they decided to make it like 10. Cautious hero. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. Just fucking
No
call it
way.
cautious hero. Like, why do you need to add that?
Well, they have to know that he's overpowered and he's cautious, even though he's overpowered. Or
Here's the
she, I don't
title.
know.
Here's a title for you. I got sent to another world, but it's in the mountains. In reaction, I'd choose comfort over strength.
Is that an actual isekai?
I don't know. I just googled the isekai titles, and that is on there.
It's probably a light novel that hasn't been adapted yet.
It's
So,
coming. Yeah, it's on the
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
next summer. So
Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. Okay, we get it. You have a skill. Just call it campfire cooking in another world. You don't need to say with my absurd skill.
I mean, just call it. Just
Campfire cooking.
make a better name. You know,
Literally. The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady. Why? Come up
like
with a better title.
it did that's bad. Don't get me wrong, but like that actually makes more sense than like campfire. Like as a
Repeating the
reincarnated
same thing.
aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal because like it doesn't tell us what's gonna happen, basically, right? But the other shit is telling us what's gonna happen. Why do you want that as your title? Just make it
I
like
mean,
interesting title and
that
let
one
let
didn't
us figure out the rest. You know.
that one doesn't fit on one line in a Word document. So Reborn as a vending machine. I now wander the dungeon. Great show, but just give it a shorter name.
Did you ever finish that, by the way?
No, but I know you love it so much. So I'm gonna say it's a good show.
I gave it a 7 or 6, I think. I
I
don't
think
know.
once he started vending condoms, I was like, okay, this is a little much for me, guys.
We gotta be safe, bro.
What else do we have? I've somehow gotten stronger when I improved my farm related skills.
There you go.
Just call it like farm. I don't know. Just make it a
Farming
farming
simulator.
title. Yeah, there you
Farming
go.
simulator.
Yeah, yeah. Not. I leveled up by farming, and now I can fuck up the Demon King.
Like farming simulator isekai, bro. That would be a good title, honestly. So
Banished
Here
from
we
the
go.
hero. Oh, what do you got?
The Misfit of Demon King
Oh,
Academy.
that's my last one.
All right, all right. I'll let you. I'll save it for you.
What else? We got banished from the hero's party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Just call it retired hero. Like it's fucking there. It's done.
You know the bad thing is I've watched like 4 or 5 of these that you've named.
Of course.
Well, so I typed in top 25 isekais and I went down the list and said half these are bullshit.
Like this one, the Banished from the Heroes Party is like my favorite out of that whole list. Just because like in the first, like I haven't watched the second season because I didn't really care for it. But the first season, it's basically like they decide to get together. Him and a very beautiful woman decides to get together and make like an apothecary shop or whatever. And like live together and stuff. Like, it's a really fun anime. The first season, anyways. But then they start doing the hero shit again, the hero party shit again. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. That's what I want to
I,
see.
I mean, shit. When we did our like, what world did you want to be isekai into episode or whatever I don't remember what the topic was. I was like,
Yeah,
I just want to be that old dude who goes and lives by the side of a lake and fishes on like level
yeah.
34 of this massive tower we have to climb. Like that's the move.
Yeah, that's literally what he's trying to do, except he's trying to be like a herbalist or apothecary. He's trying to run his own shop, you know? And like just let him do that. Let me see my slice of life. Isekai, bro. Don't ruin it.
And finally, the one with the longest title I've ever seen in my life that could have been four words. The Misfit of Demon King Academy. History's strongest demon king reincarnates and goes to school with his descendants.
But we know exactly what's gonna happen now.
I don't need to watch that. There's no I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but like they just name it better, y'all. Just come up with better titles and put all this shit in the summary. You know,
Yeah.
that's it. That's easy.
We got AI, guys. Use it.
Yeah, yeah, it's better than this shit. So, um,
That's we should do that as a segment where we just take the long isekai names and we put the summary or like a summary of a season in ChatGPT and see what it spits out for a title.
that's actually like probably really good short form content. Honestly.
Do your thing.
I don't know.
Anime Degens fixing isekai titles.
I mean, shit. Coming up soon, we're going to do a whole episode on how to fix isekai and their garbage plots, character developments, and it's going to be according to the PhD anime professional yappers known as the Anime Degens.
Yeah,
We got doctorates in this shit now.
we gotta let people know how to fix isekais, you know, according to us. And but
Step
before we
one,
do,
burn it.
Dom has to actually watch a good isekai first.
Yeah, the best isekai.
Yeah. And then we can fix it for y'all. So
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, just make more Konosuba.
that and like like another good isekai for y'all to watch is like Grimgar. Grimgar is so like it's really good. So
I have no idea
Grimgar,
what's gonna happen in it, so that's exciting.
what?
It's just
Grimgar?
is it just named Grimgar?
Yeah, it's like it's actually it's a little bit longer. Grimgar
Don't tell
let's
me that.
see.
Grimgar had me. Grimgar, the king's soldier who finds a magical sword and is reincarnated as a tuba blower. You know, that doesn't do it for me.
No, I think it's like Grimgar and Fantasy and Ashes or Ashes and Illusions or something like that.
That's fine.
So,
That's not like that's mysterious. That's sexy.
yeah.
That makes you
So,
interested.
yeah, but this is actually like a darker isekai. So it's actually pretty fun to watch because it's not like all this other bullshit isekai. It's actually a good isekai. So
Nice.
but yeah, watch Konosuba. If you haven't taken anything else from this episode, watch Konosuba. That's it.
Well, awesome guys. Hope you guys enjoyed us basically ranting about isekais for an hour and a half or whatever it was. Make sure to tune in next week. I don't know what these guys will be doing, but I'll be over across the pond in Europe. Make sure to tell your friends about the podcast. If you're not in the Discord yet, join it. Linktree.com/anime degens. And Tyler, you got a watch party coming up this weekend?
Yeah, we're gonna be watching. We're doing spooky season stuff, so we're watching spooky
Ooh.
season shows. Last week we watched Vampire Hunter D. This week, let's see what's winning the poll right now. It looks like Helsing Ultimate, which is I think a pretty popular like spooky show. I guess and vampires. I assume. I don't know. But yeah, that's what we'll be watching this Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Central. Have no idea what that is in Pacific. So, but y'all come hang out. We're just chilling usually. So,
Awesome. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next week for the rundown on Tuesday. Peace.
peace.
Later.